really unlucky for Sussex can make and rescue the failing Sussex brand. Hello, and a very warm welcome to LVT News Channel. I want to post this question only because, over the past month or so, we have seen so many appearances by Meghan Markle seem like she really was laying low for a while there, but now she is officially back. For example, we saw her wearing that shimmery gold dress to get a Women A Vision Award in New York City. We saw her wearing a mini dress on a night out with Harry, looking very stylish while she was out hiking, wearing way too much expensive jewelry and also winning a Digital Media Award at the Graces. And not a moment too soon, because the Sussex brand is floundering. It needs not only a relaunching, but really a resuscitation altogether. In the US, commentators and polls have been saying for quite a while now, for at least months, that even American citizens, in spite of their love of soap operas and instinctive sympathy for a supposedly wrong compatriot, were getting sick and tired of Harry and Meghan's. Many people found their relentless complaining about their supposed mistreatment of putting and completely exhausting too. In January, Newsweek did a poll, and this poll revealed that in little more than a month, Prince Harry's popularity had plummeted 65 points in U.S. public opinion, and Meghan sunk. They did this poll right after the publication of Spare, and a month after the release of their Netflix docu-series. Now, Meghan kept a pretty low profile while Harry was promoting his book. But if she thought this was going to keep her safe from the backlash, well, she was obviously wrong. In the middle of February, only about 16% of people polled for Newsweek so that they actually liked Meghan compared to 74% of people who said they did not like her. Ouch, I am sure those numbers were pretty painful to see. So the two award ceremonies, especially, were a way for Meghan to try to recalibrate while accepting an award for her advocacy work. Meghan said, "You can charter a path in which what you repeat in your daily acts of service and kindness and advocacy and grace. And in fairness, that those become the very things that are recognized by the next wave of." But even this was not the success that she thought it would be. Many American commentators believe that it was very ironic that Meghan was accepting an award for kindness when she has spent the better part of the past 3 years trashing the royal family. And that's even before we get to their British counterparts. And then there was Meghan and Harry's very emotional statement about that near-catastrophic car chase when they were being supposedly followed by paparazzi in New York City. And that's a story that didn't fit with the police statement that came out later on. No doubt for Harry, being chased by paparazzi does bring back memories of trauma of the highest order, the death of his beloved mother. But there is another way that he could get the life that he so desperately wants. He could just stay out of the spotlight. It would be a lot easier. But unfortunately, Harry has just eaten up with jealousy. See, Meghan just removed the mask the palace had helped him to fix to his face for such a long time. The truth is, Harry has never changed. He just learned how to hide these negative aspects of himself. But now, with Meghan Markle beside him supporting him, he feels like he can do whatever he's wanted to do for quite a while now. I think he has despised his older brother since he was a young boy. William looks better than he does. He's a lot more intelligent. Catherine is a lot more beautiful and classy than Meghan is. And their children are simply gorgeous and so smart. William also controls the funds in the Duchy of Cornwall, even though apparently Harry begged Charles to split it equally between them. Above all, William, one day, will be king, and Catherine is going to make an amazing queen. Prince George will be a king someday, too. Princess Charlotte will be the next Princess Royal. And Prince Louis will probably be the next Duke of Edinburgh. But poor Harry is just the Duke of Sussex, and that's probably all he's ever going to be. He feels like he should be on equal footing in every single way with his older brother. And thanks to the mothering style of Diana, which sometimes was less than ideal, she didn't prepare him for a life would be different from his brother. Just like the Queen advised her to do very early on. Actually, she refused to listen. She thought that she knew more than the Queen. It does sound like Meghan in some ways. Now, I don't like Meghan Markle at all, you know that. But we can't really blame her for all this mess. She was basically the catalyst. This is the real Harry. This is who he has been the whole time. This is the Harry that the palace cannot cover up for or make excuses for. And that is his biggest problem right now. Harry's biggest problem is that he got away with all his nonsense for so many years. If somebody, mainly King Charles, had handled him, as should have been done while he was a teenager then, I don't think he would be acting like this. Now, sure, Harry is pretty dumb, but he gave Meghan most of the ammo that she has been using. Harry has been a jealous little tweet his entire life. And I hate to say it, but Diana does deserve to blame for some of it. Instead of preparing him for a life that would be different from William's and encouraging him to plan for some other options and opportunities, she just encouraged and rewarded his bad behavior. Thank goodness the late Queen started teaching Prince William very young. Now, Harry had many paths that he could have chosen. He decided to go down the path filled with alcohol and drug use. Instead of actually working hard for something to better himself. Harry figured out at a young age that he could easily live off of his mother's death and get all the attention and sympathy for himself that he thought he needed and deserved. He and his mother are actually very similar in that way. Since the day he was born, I think there's always been something a little bit wrong with Harry. Now, Meghan Markle has understood how to use his low IQ and his self-pity and his delusional paranoia against him. She was in it for the money and the fame. And when she figures she's gotten all she can get from him, she's going to throw him away and move on to the next victim. I do not like her for everything that she has done to disrespect the late Queen and the rest of the family.